AI killed JFK. The metal fragments of the JFK assassination. You know, when you look at the Kennedy assassination, it all comes down to evidence. And some of the most fascinating pieces? Those tiny metal fragments they recovered. These bits of metal have kept researchers arguing for decades about what really happened that day in Dallas. Let me break it down for you. Investigators found 6 metal fragments in total. 2 of them came directly from President Kennedy's head. That's what they labeled Commission Exhibit 843. Then there was another single fragment, Exhibit 842. The presidential limousine itself yielded 3 more fragments from the rear floorboard. That's Exhibit 840. And they even found lead scrapings inside the windshield, labeled Exhibit 841. Now, the official story, what they call the single bullet theory, suggests all these fragments came from just one bullet. Picture this. A bullet fired from Lee Harvey Oswald's Mannlicher Carcano rifle at the Texas School Book Depository. This single bullet supposedly entered Kennedy's upper back, exited through his throat, and then continued on to hit Governor Connally sitting right in front of him. When that bullet hit bone and tissue, it shattered. That's why they found fragments scattered throughout the scene. The ballistics experts pointed out that the 6.5 mm Carcano round Oswald used was known to fragment on impact, especially when hitting something hard like bone. There's this one bullet they recovered, nearly intact, Exhibit 399, that skeptics nicknamed the magic bullet. How could one bullet cause so many wounds and still remain relatively whole? Well, the fragments we're talking about might help explain that. They're the pieces that broke off during impact. But here's where it gets interesting. Some researchers just don't buy it. They ask, could 6 separate metal fragments really come from a single bullet? This has fueled theories about multiple shooters. According to these alternative views, maybe some fragments came from one gun and others from a different one. The fragments found in Kennedy's head have been particularly controversial, with some claiming they came from a second shooter at the famous grassy knoll. The official investigation, though, tells a different story. When they tested bullets fired from Oswald's rifle and compared them to the recovered fragments, they found matching ballistic signatures. The metallic composition of all 6 fragments matched the ammunition used in Oswald's rifle. It's like putting together a puzzle. All the pieces pointed back to a single source. Even with all this evidence, people still debate what happened. That's the thing about the Kennedy assassination. The physical evidence tells us one story, but questions linger. These 6 small metal fragments, some no bigger than a grain of rice, continue to be at the center of one of history's greatest mysteries. As technology advances, who knows? Maybe someday we'll be able to extract even more information from these fragments. But for now, they remain silent witnesses to that tragic day in Dallas that changed America forever.